It was the beginning of summer and Lily James, a 17-year-old high school student, found herself facing a reality that seemed too surreal to believe. She was an ordinary teenager in many ways, a dedicated student, a passionate artist, and an aspiring veterinarian who loved animals. But nothing could have prepared her for the shocking turn her life would soon take. It all started with a strange feeling in her stomach, and she initially dismissed as just the stress of exams and the pressures of balancing schoolwork with her extracurricular activities. But as the days passed, the discomfort didn't fade. It worsened, growing into a dull ache that wouldn't go away, accompanied by nausea and bouts of dizziness. Lily thought it was just the usual teenage hormonal changes, but when she missed her period, the reality of the situation hit her. Panic set in as she realized what was happening. She was pregnant. The news was a shock to Lily and her family, and even more so because of the circumstances surrounding the pregnancy. Lily had always been careful, responsible, and wise beyond her years, and she couldn't understand how this had happened. She hadn't been in a relationship, hadn't been involved in anything that would lead to this. Her mind raced, and the questions piled up. Was this some kind of mistake? Was this possible without any clear explanation? In her small town, the news spread quickly. The whispers from her classmates, the looks from her neighbors, it all felt suffocating. Lily had always been somewhat of a loner, but now, more than ever, she felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. She had to face this alone. She hadn't told anyone, not even her best friend, Emma, who had always been her rock. The shame of the situation was overwhelming, and she was afraid of what others would say watching. She needed time to process everything, time to understand what was happening. Her family was supportive as they could be. Her parents, though initially shocked, were not angry. They were concerned, yes, but they rallied around Lily, helping her with doctor's appointments and providing her with a sense of stability she didn't know she needed. But deep down, Lily felt like something was wrong. The way her body was changing seemed different than what she had expected. It wasn't just the physical signs of pregnancy that were troubling her. It was the way her body seemed to react to the pregnancy itself. Her skin had become unusually sensitive, and the cravings she had were strange, more intense than anything she had ever experienced before. One night, after weeks of strange symptoms and mounting anxiety, Lily couldn't take it any longer. The sensation of something moving inside her was growing stronger, and she couldn't ignore it. She went to the bathroom, hoping the discomfort would subside, but instead, she felt a sharp pain in her abdomen, a pain like nothing she had ever felt. It wasn't just a cramp, it was something deeper, something urgent. Her heart raced, and her breath became shallow as she realized something was wrong. She needed help. Rushing to her mother, Lily collapsed into her arms, explaining the pain that had taken over her body. Her mother, alarmed but calm, helped her into the car and drove her to the hospital. The doctors were baffled at first. They ran tests, checked her vitals, and examined her condition, but nothing they did seemed to provide answers. The ultrasound revealed a healthy pregnancy, but the images that appeared on the screen were anything but ordinary. The doctors could see the baby, but there was something else, something out of the ordinary. Lily's heart pounded as the technician froze on the screen, her face pale with confusion. I'm going to get the doctor. The technician said. Her voice shaky. The doctor came in quickly. His expression a little bell. He performed a series of additional tests, and really could see the concern in his eyes. Really, I've never seen anything like this before, he said, trying to remain calm, though his voice betrayed his uncertainty. The baby's features are unusual. I need to do some further tests. Lily's mind raced. What did he mean by unusual? Was something wrong with her baby? Was it deformed? The doctor paused, looking at the screen, and then turned back to Lily with a somber expression. I'm afraid your baby has features that don't quite fit with a typical human pregnancy. Lily's breath caught in her throat. What do you mean? She asked, her voice barely a whisper. The doctor hesitated before answering. The baby appears to have features that are more anomalous. I don't know how to explain it yet, but you're going to run more tests. This is unprecedented. Lily's entire world seemed to tilt. She could feel the tears welling up in her eyes, but she couldn't understand what was happening. Her mind struggled to process the words. Her baby, her child, had anomal features? It sounded like a nightmare, something that couldn't possibly be real. But as the doctor went on, explaining that there was no clear scientific explanation, Lily realized with a growing sense of dread that this was no ordinary pregnancy. Her mother, standing by her side, was equally stunned. What do you mean by anomalous? She asked, her voice cracking with emotion. The doctor paused again, as if searching for the right words. I don't have the answers right now. All I can tell you is that the features you see on the ultrasound are unlike anything you've ever seen before. You're going to need to do a lot more tests. You'll need to come back for further scans, but for now, I advise that you try to remain calm. Lily could feel her body go cold. She had always dreamed of having a family one day, but this was something she couldn't even begin to comprehend. How could this be happening? As the days passed, Lily underwent more tests, and the doctors scrambled to figure out what was happening. The baby's features are more and more perplexing at first. They saw the formation of pointed ears, an elongated tail, and even small patches of fur. They couldn't understand how any of it was possible. Genetic testing revealed that Lily wasn't carrying a hybrid child or something from the realm of science fiction. It wasn't a case of human and animal DNA mixing. The results are inconclusive. As the pregnancy progressed, Lily's body continued to change in unexpected ways. Her senses grew sharper. She could hear things others couldn't, smell things in the air that seemed imperceptible to everyone else. Her cravings had shifted from strange to downright odd RAW meat, the scent of pine trees, and even the desire to run and be outside for hours at a time. It was as if something inside her was becoming more primal. It scared her, but she didn't know what else to do. The doctors had no answers, and the world outside seemed increasingly alien to her. The day finally arrived and Lily went into labor. The contractions came fast and strong, and by the time she was rushed to the hospital, it was clear that things weren't going to be easy. As she gave birth, the room filled with a mix of shock and wonder. The baby that emerged was not like any child anyone had ever seen before. With fur covering parts of each body, sharp features that resembled those of animals more than a human, and eyes that gleamed with an intelligence beyond each years. The baby seemed more creature than child. But despite each strange appearance, the baby was alive, breathing, and rocking away really on almost knowing gauge. And just like that, Lily's life was changed forever. She was no longer just a teenager from a small town. She was the mother of a child who defied all logic, all reason, and all understanding. Her world had shifted, and now the questions are only beginning. How could this happen? What was this child? And most importantly, what was she supposed to do now? The days following the birth of Lily's baby, whom she named Ariel, are filled with confusion, fear, and disbelief. Lily had never imagined her life would take such a turn. Her baby, with its strange features, was both a miracle and a mystery. It was impossible to ignore the way she looked, her soft fur, her unusual eyes, her delicate ears that seemed almost too large for her face. She had a tail, too, but it was thin and small, almost like a hint of something that didn't fully belong. At first, Lily was overwhelmed by the uncertainty surrounding Ariel. She was terrified, but at the same time, there was an undeniable sense of love and protectiveness that flooded her heart. This was her baby, and no matter what anyone else thought, she was determined to care for her as any mother would care for her child. The hospital staff, initially shocked by the baby's appearance, quickly realized that they were dealing with something extraordinary. They had never seen anything like it. The doctors performed test after test, trying to understand the cause of Ariel's unusual features, but nothing they did seemed to provide a clear explanation. It wasn't a genetic anomaly, nor was it a case of some rare medical condition. Ariel's DNA was human, but her appearance suggested something else entirely. The doctors were at a loss. What do we tell the public? One of the doctors asked, looking at Lily with a mix of concern and curiosity. This is something that the world isn't prepared for. It's a phenomenon. We don't even know where to begin. Lily was silent for a moment, her eyes locked on Ariel, who was peacefully sleeping in her arms. The small room was quiet. The only sound, the soft beeping of machines and the occasional shuffle of nurses and staff members moving outside. She had so many questions, so many fears, but one thing was clear. Ariel was hers, and she would protect her no matter what. I don't know what's happening, Lily said, her voice very a whisper. But I know she's my daughter, and I love her. That's all that matters right now. Her words were firm, but her heart ached with confusion and worry. What would people say? What would they sing when they saw Ariel? She knew that some would judge her, whisper behind her back, and maybe even accuse her of something unnatural. But she refused to let those fears cloud her love for Ariel. She was her mother, and that bond was unbreakable. In the days that followed, the media began to catch wind of the story. It didn't take long for the town to become the center of the world's attention. News outlets arrived, eager to get a glimpse of the baby who had baffled scientists and doctors alike. The hospital staff tried their best to keep the media at bay, but it was only a matter of time before the story broke wide open. The first reports are filled with sensationalized headlines. Teen gives birth to child with animal-like features. Mysterious baby stuns doctors with unbelievable traits. The world was captivated, and soon, the entire town was embroiled in controversy. Some people came to Lily's defense, offering their support and understanding. Others, however, couldn't hide their shock, their judgment, or their peer. Some called it an abomination. Others wondered if it was the result of something unnatural, a freak accident of nature. Through it all, Lily tried to stay strong. She kept Ariel close, never allowing her to be photographed by the press or subjected to public scrutiny. But she couldn't ignore the growing tension in the air. Her world, which had once felt small and secure, was now under a microscope. One evening, as Lily sat at home with Ariel in her arms, her mother, Anne, came into the room. Anne had always been supportive, but even she couldn't hide the worry that clouded her eyes. Lily, her mother said, her voice soft but filled with concern. People are talking. The news has spread to other towns, and now people are questioning everything. They want to know how this happened, and why. We don't have answers, and neither do the doctors. What are we supposed to tell them? Lily looked up at her mother, her heart aching. I don't know. I wish I had an answer. But I just know that Ariel is my daughter. I don't care what anyone else says. Her mother nodded slowly, her expression still troubled. I know, honey. I do. But this isn't just about us anymore. This is bigger than anything we could have imagined. I'm scared for you, scared for Ariel. Lily sighed, tears welling up in her eyes. I'm scared too, but I'll protect her. I'll protect both of us. Anne sat beside her daughter, her hand resting on Lily's. I know you will. But you are not alone in this. You'll face whatever comes together. It was comforting to hear her mother's words, but deep down, Lily couldn't shake the fear that something darker loomed on the horizon. The world wasn't ready for a child like Ariel. And she wasn't sure if she was ready for the world either. Days passed, and as the world continued to scrutinize Ariel, Lily received an unexpected visitor. It was Emma, her best friend since childhood. Emma had been out of town during the initial media storm, but she had come back to be with Lily. When Emma entered the room, Lily could feel the weight of her gaze. She had always known Emma to be open-minded, accepting, and kind, but now, there was an almost palpable uncertainty in the air. Lily, Emma said, her voice gentle but strained. I don't know what to say. This is unbelievable. I've seen the pictures. I've heard the stories. Is it really true? Lily looked up at her, her heart racing. It's true, Emma. She's real. She's my daughter. Emma paused for a long moment, processing the words. She stepped forward, sitting down beside Lily, her eyes locked on the baby in her arms. Ariel was alone now, her large, curious eyes gazing up at Emma, and for a moment, the world seemed to stop. Ariel's eyes are captivating an unnatural, almost animal-like gleam that held both innocence and wisdom beyond her years. I don't know how this happened, Lily continued, her voice trembling. But I love her. And I'm going to protect her, no matter what anyone says. Emma's expression softened, and she reached out to gently touch Ariel's small hand. I can't even imagine what you are going through. But I want you to know that I'm here for you. And I'll be here for Ariel, too. She's your daughter, and she's a part of you. That's all that matters. Lily felt a rush of relief wash over her. Emma's acceptance was exactly what she needed to hear. It gave her the strength to face the challenges ahead. The days following Emma's visit filled with even more uncertainty. The media's attention on Ariel only intensified, and soon, experts from around the world were calling, offering their series and their assistance. Some claimed that Ariel's features were the result of a genetic mutation. Others speculated that it was an isolated incident caused by an environmental factor. There were even conspiracy theorists who suggested that Lily's pregnancy had been part of some sort of experiment, though Lily couldn't bring herself to entertain such ridiculous claims. As the weeks passed, Ariel's features became even more pronounced. Her purse thickened, and her eyes grew larger, more expressive. There was something undeniably unique about her, and the doctors couldn't explain it. Ariel's physical changes weren't the only thing that raised questions. Her behavior was also unusual for a newborn. She could hold her head up at an incredibly young age, and her gaze often felt as though she was looking beyond the world around her, understanding things that others couldn't. Lily felt both awe and fear as she watched her daughter grow. Ariel was more than just a baby, she was a mystery, and Lily wasn't sure the world would ever be ready to accept her. But one thing was clear. Lily loved her daughter with everything she had, and she would fight to protect her no matter what the world said. As Ariel grew, so did the complexity of her development. Lily, despite the aid of the constant media scrutiny and public fascination with her daughter, continued to care for Ariel with unwavering love and devotion. However, she couldn't deny the mounting unease that came with each passing day. Ariel's features are becoming more pronounced. Her tail was now more defined, her small patches of fur had spread across her body, and her eyes, they seemed to change each day, growing larger and more vivid, with a deep intelligence that made everyone around her pause in wonder. But there was something else. Something that left Lily both in awe and in fear. Ariel's behavior was unlike that of any normal baby. As young as she was, she displayed startling abilities. At just 2 months old, she could sit up on her own, her tiny hands gripping the edge of her crib as though she were preparing to stand. Her senses appeared far sharper than a human's. She could track moving objects with an almost predatory focus, and when someone spoke, she would tilt her head to listen, her ears teaching with every sound. It wasn't just her physical appearance that baffled the doctors, it was her behavior, her intellect, and the undeniable sense that Ariel was aware of things that she shouldn't have been. One evening, as Lily sat by Ariel's crib, watching her play with a small toy, something unusual happened. Ariel's little hand reached out to touch Lily's arm, but instead of grasping the toy, her fingers seemed to pulse with a strange energy. The temperature in the room dropped for a brief moment, and Lily could see her. She felt a slight tingling sensation where Ariel had touched her. "Mom?" Lily whispered. The words slipping out before she could stop them. "What are you?" The question, though spoken softly, held so much emotion, fear, wonder, confusion. Ariel's eyes, large and knowing, met her mother's gaze. For a moment, Lily was sure that her daughter understood the question. Ariel blinked slowly, as if processing the words. Then, to Lily's astonishment, Ariel let out a soft, melodic hum, a noise that wasn't quite a cry but more like a comforting sound. Lily felt her heart race as she carefully lifted Ariel from the crib. She held her close, feeling the warmth of her body against her own, trying to make sense of everything that had happened. The world wasn't prepared for a child like Ariel, and Lily wasn't sure if she was ready either. The sensation of having a child who could potentially 도싱즈 파워 비안드 와트 애니 휴먼 차일드 쿠드 도 워즈 보스 이그질러레이팅 앤드 테러파잉 와트 워즈 에리엘 비커밍 앤드 와트 디드 이트 민 포허 퓨처 더 퀘스천즈 하우에버 디던트 헤브 앤서즈 데이즈 패스트 앤드 디스파이 릴리즈 디자이어 투 킵 에리엘즈 익스트로어더네리 네이처 에이 시크리트 이트 비케임 하우더 앤드 하우더 투 하이 More and more people came to visit, wanting to see the child who had baffled doctors and researchers. Scientists reached out, offering their assistance, and people with questionable motives tried to gain access to Ariel, hoping to use her for their own agendas. Lily became increasingly protective, keeping Ariel isolated from the media and unwanted attention. Her once peaceful town had turned into a place of whispers and stares. It wasn't just curiosity, there was a sense of fear now. Some people called her a miracle, others a freak, but the truth was that no one really understood what was happening. Emma, Lily's best friend, remained a constant source of support. She helped Lily with Ariel when things got overwhelming, but even Emma couldn't deny the strange changes taking place. Lily, I'm not scared of her, Emma said one evening as they sat together, watching Ariel play in her crib. But I'm starting to feel like there's something more to her than I can understand. Lily nodded, her gaze never leaving her daughter. I know. I feel it too. It's like she's different in a way I can't describe. It's like she's running faster than any baby should. It's like she knows things she couldn't possibly know. Emma's brow furrowed as she watched Ariel turn her head sharply toward the sound of a car passing by outside. And then there's that way she listens to things no one else does. Like she can hear everything. Lily's voice was soft, almost afraid of the truth. I think she can hear more than just sounds. I think she's aware of things I can't even begin to understand. Sometimes, it feels like she's not just a baby. She feels older, more aware. As the weeks continued, things only became more strange. Ariel began to show an affinity for nature. She would stare out the window for hours, her eyes glued to the trees in the yard, the birds flying overhead, and the dogs running in the distance. One afternoon, when Lily took Ariel outside to the garden, something extraordinary happened. Ariel, still just a few months old, reached out toward a butterfly that fluttered past. To Lily's astonishment, the butterfly hovered in midair, as if mesmerized by Ariel's gaze. It remained still in front of her for several seconds, then slowly flew away. Emma, who had been watching the entire scene, gasped. Did you see that? It stayed. It just stayed in front of her. Lily's heart skipped a beat. I know. It's like she called it to her. Emma took a step closer to Ariel, her face full of awe. Do you think she has some kind of connection to animals? Lily didn't know how to answer. It seemed impossible, but the evidence was right in front of her. Ariel's reaction to the butterfly was just the beginning. As time went on, Ariel's bond with the natural world seemed to grow stronger. She would gaze at the animals outside for hours, and even the family dog, a golden retriever, began to act differently around her. The dog, usually playful and energetic, would sit quietly by her side, as though it could sense something in her that others couldn't. But with these extraordinary changes came an unsettling realization. Ariel wasn't just a child with unusual features. She was becoming something more. Something that defied the natural order. At the same time, really noticed how people's reactions to Ariel were beginning to shift. The curiosity had turned into fear. People were no longer just fascinated by her, some were terrified. A few people even whispered about her being a danger to the world. Others believed she was a harbinger of something bigger, something supernatural. Lily couldn't ignore the whispers any longer. The pressure was mounting. And although she had always wanted to keep her daughter safe from the world, she was starting to wonder if it was possible to protect her from everything and if she even should. One night, after putting Ariel to bed, Lily found herself alone with her thoughts, feeling the weight of it all. She gazed out of the window at the starry sky, wondering what kind of future Ariel would have. Would she always be seen as an anomaly, a freak, or would the world eventually accept her for who she truly was? She didn't know the answers, but one thing was clear: Ariel's journey had only just begun, and no matter what happened, Lily would stand by her daughter every step of the way. Together, they would face the unknown, no matter how terrifying or unbelievable it seemed. As the months passed, the tension surrounding Ariel's existence only grew. While Lily had hoped that the world would come to understand her daughter, reality proved to be far more complicated. The curiosity surrounding Ariel's features turned into something darker, something more intrusive. The small town that had once been Lily's quiet home became the epicenter of speculation, with the media constantly knocking on her door and neighbors whispering behind her back. Despite the growing pressure, Lily did everything she could to shield Ariel from the outside world. She kept her close, as if to protect her from the fear and uncertainty that seemed to follow them wherever they went. Ariel, now almost a year old, had developed even more remarkable abilities that left Lily both awestruck and terrified. Her connection to nature was undeniable. Whenever they went for walks, the birds would gather around her, not afraid of her presence. Even the trees seemed to sway toward her, as if responding to her silent calls. But it wasn't just the animals. Ariel's senses are far beyond that of a typical child. She could read emotions, almost as if she could feel what others were experiencing. When someone came near her with a heavy heart, Ariel would reach out to them, her tiny hand resting on their chest, as if offering comfort and understanding beyond her years. It was clear that she was more than just a child. She was something extraordinary. The first major turning point came when Lily was invited to speak at a local town hall meeting. The town, eager to address the growing concern over Ariel's existence, wanted her to explain what was happening with her daughter. Lily was hesitant. She had spent months keeping Ariel out of the public eye, hearing that revealing too much would make the situation worse. But she knew it was inevitable. The questions, the fear, and the uncertainty couldn't be avoided forever. That evening, as she stood in front of the crowd of anxious townsfolk, Lily felt the weight of the world on her shoulders. She had never been one for public speaking, and the anxiety of being scrutinized by so many was overwhelming. But when she looked at Ariel, sitting quietly in her lap, her eyes wide with innocence and curiosity, something inside her clicked. Ariel needed her to be strong. This wasn't just about them anymore, it was about standing up for her daughter, showing the world that she deserved respect and love, no matter what she looked like. I know many of you have questions, Lily began, her voice shaky but growing steadier as she spoke. I know you're scared. I am, too. This isn't something any of us can fully understand. But Ariel is my daughter, and she is just like any other child. Yes, she looks different. Yes, she has abilities that none of us can explain. But she is still a child. And I will not let anyone treat her like she is anything less than that. There was a murmur in the crowd, and Lily could feel the judgment in the air. But she pressed on, her resolve growing stronger with each word. I'm not asking for sympathy, she continued. I'm not asking for anyone to change their beliefs or opinions overnight. But I am asking for understanding. You don't have all the answers, but I promise you, Ariel is not a threat. She is not a monster. She is just a little girl who happens to be different. And we have to decide how we'll treat people who are different. Will we stand by and let fear dictate our actions, or will we choose kindness, compassion, and acceptance? Lily's words hung in the air, and for the first time that evening, the crowd was silent. She could feel the tension in the room, but there was also something else, an undeniable shift. She had spoken from her heart, and it was as if a small spark of understanding had been lit in the eyes of the townspeople. As the meeting continued, there were questions, many of them based in fear and misunderstanding. Some wanted to know if Ariel was dangerous, if she posed a threat to the community. Others asked about her abilities, her origins, and what would happen to her as she grew. But through it all, Lily remained calm and composed, answering each question as honestly as she could, refusing to let fear dictate the narrative. By the end of the meeting, the room was still tense, but there was a noticeable shift. Some of the townspeople had softened in their attitudes, and even a few who had initially been hostile now approached Lily with kinder words. I sing your eye, one woman said, her voice hesitant. It's easy to be afraid of something you don't understand. But that doesn't mean we should turn our backs on her. She's still a child. Lily nodded, her heart swelling with a mixture of gratitude and exhaustion. Thank you, she said softly. That means more than you know. The meeting was a step forward, but Lily knew the battle was far from over. The world had not suddenly accepted Ariel, far from it. But it was a start. A small crack had formed in the walls of fear, and through that crack, there was a glimmer of hope. As they left the meeting that night, Lily held Ariel tightly, her daughter's small arms wrapped around her. She could feel the weight of the world on her shoulders, but she also felt something else, determination. She would fight for Ariel, not just as her mother, but as her protector, as her advocate. No matter how strange or frightening the world seemed, Lily knew one thing for sure: Ariel deserved a chance to live in it, to thrive, and to be loved. The next few months are filled with even more challenges. News outlets continued to speculate about Ariel's origins, some even suggesting that she was part of a government experiment or the result of some strange mutation. But the more the media speculated, the more Lily realized that the only thing she could control was how she responded. She refused to let the world dictate her love for Ariel. She refused to let fear stand in the way of her daughter's future. Through all of this, Ariel continued to grow, and with each passing day, her abilities became even more pronounced. At the age of 2, Ariel had begun to communicate in ways that were far beyond her years. She could understand complex emotions and respond to them. Her eyes filled with a wisdom that was almost otherworldly. It was as if she had a deep understanding of the world around her, something that transcended her years. But it wasn't just her intelligence that amazed Lily. It was the way Ariel seemed to connect with nature in a way that no human child ever could. One afternoon, Lily watched in awe as Ariel stood in their garden, her tiny hands reaching out to the flowers around her. The plants seemed to respond to her touch, the petals blooming as if they were responding to her presence. Lily was both frightened and mesmerized. How could this be? How was Ariel capable of these things? Was she truly human? It was a question that plagued Lily every day. And as Ariel continued to grow, so did the realization that there were things about her daughter that defied every scientific principle, every rule of biology. Ariel was a mystery, one that Lily couldn't solve, but one that she loved with every ounce of her being. Lily realized that she could no longer protect Ariel from the world. The world needed to know her, to understand her not as an anomaly, not as a freak, but as a child who had something precious to offer. And so, as Ariel reached the age of 3, Lily made the difficult decision to share her daughter with the world not for fame, not for attention, but to give Ariel the chance she deserved. She would no longer hide in the shadows. Ariel was a part of this world, and she had every right to exist in it. The world wasn't ready for Ariel, but Lily was ready for whatever came next. She would protect her daughter, yes, but she would also allow her to see the world just how extraordinary, just how beautiful, and just how capable she truly was.